Whoever is doing dry January, congratulations. Whoever is still looking forward to quit drinking one day without willpower, here is going to be your video, and it's going to be for you. So you want to quit drinking, and this thought, it came to you and over, and it's coming, and you tried dry January and it felt good. You notice the difference, you put it yourself in the position of observer, and you see the difference. Okay, now let's do something with this. So watch this video, and by the end of this video I will tell you my method, how I quit drinking, and it's gonna be a 1 year this February 7. And it was not because of willpower, it was not because I was like decided that I never ever gonna do this. It just because the time has come. So first of all, how it was no like planning day. It's the only thing why I remember it was February 7. It's because it was a week before the Valentine's Day. I was like, oh yeah, it was sometime in February. And as more the time going, as more as like, oh wow, I didn't drink for that long. But it was no Monday, it was no set day, it was no like, okay, from a Monday I'm gonna start, or like this dry January I'm not gonna drink at all. And it's like, every time when I start things with that, was like, it just need a little bit of willpower, it just needs a little bit of discipline. Okay, Monday I'm stopping, and every time I relapse and relapse, as more harder I push myself when I really want to do things and be like, no, this Monday we starting to run every day, every day, every day, and it's more like that. It's like, okay, that's a lot of relapse, a lot of relapse. You definitely have some deadline in your head. You might even have it without noticing it. You probably come to that observation, since we're trying to put yourself in the position of observer. We're trying to get out from the situation and go in the back, like as a movie theater viewer. And it's like, if I was and I am the main character of my movie, and someone is watching movie in the movie theater, what kind of sign or what kind of phrases they gonna be like, no, don't go there, don't go there, go this way, this way is right. So as I noticed it, like probably a year or two before that, like the one or two glasses that is socially acceptable when you meet friends, when you go to some event, or just any kind of party, any kind of gathering. It was all surrounding around alcohol, and it's just a part of marketing. Any kind of alcohol, it's very socially acceptable, and it was at some point just a part of communication. It's just like a breathing air. Sometimes when you look back on that, it's like, wow, that's some kind of propaganda. And then we have a hangovers. Oh my god, every year hangovers is starting to be so badly. You drink only one glass of cocktail or only one glass of wine, and the next day hangover, it's like bad, like bad. Sometimes I wake up and it's like, oh, I have a little bit neck pain, or I'm a little bit dehydrated. But hangover, that's a suffering on another level. And then again, when you put yourself in the observer state, you look outside and you're looking at yourself and you're like, why are you trying to like hurt yourself? Why you trying to hurt? It doesn't, with time, it doesn't feel good drinking anymore. Let's circle back. Let's look back. When is last time when you were drinking and you really genuinely had fun? But perhaps it was not because of alcohol, it was because of the people you surrounded, of atmosphere you surrounded. And it's alcohol as a catalyst of already things that is already in baseline with you. And if you like sad and you drink and you become even more sad. So, and notice how it makes you feel, how it makes your body feel, and what kind of thoughts What kind of thoughts are that? Was like a this pre-contemplation state before everything has happened. It's kind of like, it doesn't make me feel good anymore. I really have like a bad hangover with any kind of amount alcohol. I just don't want to do it. It doesn't make me feel better. So a lot of other things coming up. And every time it's like, oh yeah. But it's just decreased. It was already decreased, but as a habit, it was still at least once a month or twice a month, a glass of wine, especially for the end of like a Woman's Day. I used to like to have like a glass of wine and a red meat. And probably it was one of the days when it was like a red wine and it was pasta. That what's happened, like I remember that time that what's happened, because it was kind of a ritual when you drinking and going, and it's kind of like, it's probably gonna make me more relaxed. But it just, no, it was just a time to myself. I just wanted to give time to myself where I can just relax, eat, chill, and have just an evening where I know I'm not gonna trying to be super productive or do things. And it was one of the evening where I went to the dinner in this Italian restaurant, very famous Italian restaurant. It's called Filomena. And very good pasta, very good decorations, always beautiful decorations. But the thing is, I already had a glass of red wine with my pasta, and in the end they offered in digestives. I remember it was one digestive, some kind of like clear color, and another digestive was a little bit dark. I don't even remember what kind of digestive I took, but I remember that I was already started to have some, pasta, very heavy seafood pasta with red wine, plus it was also dark for some reason. And in the end, it was this digestive. I remember I'm drinking that, and it's also the company was kind of like, I'm a little bit irritated. And the digestive get inside my body, and I was feeling like, oh, okay, it didn't taste right at all. But it was just not because of this, it's just because I don't really want to drink. Like, it probably was kind of, it's like a salute, a sign that it's like, okay. Then later in the evening, first of all, I got like pretty tipsy, Of course, this is obvious goal when you drinking, you get a little bit tipsy. And then I already, after a couple hours, started to have a headache. It was headache, usually this headache you have during hangover, but more and more, like a half a year before that, I started to have a headache, like kind of headache hangover, dehydration headache in the same evening when you drink, which is very weird. And I noticed it and I was like, oh, that's kind of like not fun at all. It's kind of like getting out points from fun even more. And so I took a quick nap, and then I woke up and I started to have like the most debilitating headache. And it was other, kind of pieces of puzzles getting into the evening because of the company I had during that evening. But the thing is, headache was the most like debilitating headache I ever had. Probably the other debilitating headache when before I was stopped smoking, like a couple of years before that. And every time I remember I go like smoke hookah or smoke cigarettes, and I started to have a headache. It's a headache. And I did like a couple, like 2 or 3 times. I remember back then, and I was like, why am I even like doing this to myself? It's not fun anymore. It's just like straight up headache. It's like my amazing brain and mind started to like breaking down. And this time I didn't want to try it again. I was just like, I don't want to feel this headache again. So I decided that I'm not going to drink for at least like 3 months or something, because I just don't want to feel this again. It's bad headache. it's not fun. Like, and every time when someone after that asking me, do you want to have a drink, I would say no. And that's easy. This is where you try, where you see how strong and good your social circle is. Because with some people, you only meet because you drink together. You don't have any other common things. That's what happening when you have any kind of addiction, good or bad addiction. But it's very usually common with a bad addiction. You don't have other common things except this type of pieces that connect in you. It can be like any kind of addiction, addiction, addictive substance. But in this situation, okay, it's alcohol, which is very commonly used, and you see that it doesn't connect you other way, which is like an eye opening. And also people who you meet new people or you already know, and if you know they can offer you like a few times because it's of the habit, but you just say no and they accept. If people trying to push you and be like, no, you just get one more drink, oh, you changed, you're not how you used to be, or it's like, it's only one drink, what are you talking about, it's only one drink. And it's like, okay, bye. Just bye to these people, because you choosing yourself, and your priority now is your health and your response. And you even inside, that is when it's like trying to break your границы, your borders. I would say your borders. It's already a big sign that it's not really good to keep going with these people who is trying to push you. And it's also just showing about other people that they are very anxious and they don't want to see through that they have some kind of like toxic relationship with some toxic substance. So yeah, after that I was like 3 months, and after 3 months I just decided that I want to do a little bit more. I didn't feel like I want to start again. I was like asking myself, do I want to drink a little bit more? Do I want to like, get a little bit glass here and there? And I was like, no, I don't want. And then even more things happening. I had some like dramatic things happening in my life. But it's actually the thing that I didn't drink. It really helped me to go through that things with clear mind and clear like past direction, and don't get spiraled into the thoughts, which is really beneficial when you just have a clear mind. It doesn't mean that I don't have like other reactions in my body, but that definitely helped that I didn't drink. So yeah, and after that, it's actually every time when I was thinking that, oh, I didn't drink for like 7 months. 7 months, oh, that's so long, And, thoughts like that coming up to you, and sometimes like, oh, I didn't drink, or someone offering you, and like, oh, yeah, I don't drink. And they're like, oh, no, when did you stop? Or like, how does that happen? And I was like, wait, is that been 8 months? So after like point of like 6, 7, 8 months, I was like, I just want to keep going for 1 year and see how it goes. And after 9 months, you starting to notice that you don't want to get back to that. I would say like 9, 10 months. Now I'm like, I'm kind of used to it. It's now a part of my life. Like I said, never say never. Maybe I would be like, I want to go full in and like start again drinking or stuff like this. But that removing pressure of you. Remember, with any kind of people who've been through any kind of addiction, you are not healed fully. You are just in remission. And once you get peace with yourself that you never gonna be fully healed, you just in remission, and you can be in remission all your life, that's when freedom comes to you. Because once you try it and bited this piece of matrix, the code is inside. That's it. That's it, you know, the code is inside. So yeah, I hope this video was very helpful if you are going through the dry January, if you have some thoughts about quit drinking, or just going through some like really bad hangover and decided to watch this video as a motivational video. Put like and leave a comment how you go through this, what's happening, and anything in between. But this is my experience. I will update probably sometime in the future if that's been changed, if something's changed. But I also gonna post a little bit more different versions of this path, or the path that I've been through, because that's my goal, to help as much people as possible to live a happy and healthy life. And I just want to make sure that we are going it into healthy, holistic way, and put yourself first as observer, and going without any kind of break in your parts. You're just going through that like naturally. Okay, sounds good. My name is Mila Valentine, and it was happy to see you in my channel. Like, follow, subscribe, connect in the comments or in private sessions.